So let's talk about another one of the Universal classic movie monsters themselves, the Wolfman, which is actually turning 80 this year. Big D's Entertainment Rankings and Reviews. So greetings my fellow YouTubers and welcome to Big D's Entertainment Rankings and Reviews. My name is Doyle, better known to you as the Big D, and this time around I bring to you a review of the 1941 Universal Pictures movie monster flick, The Wolfman, written by Kurt Siodmak, and produced and directed by George Wagner, who of course would later go on to direct episodes of Batman and several other TV shows. The film stars Lon Chaney Jr. in the title role, along with Claude Rains, Warren Williams, Ralph Bellamy, Patric Knowles, Bela Lugosi, who recently did Dracula, Evelyn, Ankers, and Maria Ouspenskaya, sorry if I mispronounced that, in supporting roles. Now, of course, the title character has had a great deal of influence on Hollywood's depictions of the legend of the werewolf. Now, the film is actually Universal's second werewolf film, preceded 6 years earlier by the less commercially successful Werewolf of London. Now, the film is part of the Universal Monsters movies and is of great cinematic acclaim for its production. So let's get into the story. Larry Talbot returns to his ancestral home in Llanwelly, Wales, to bury his recently deceased brother and reconcile with his estranged father, Sir John Talbot. While there, Larry falls in love with a local girl named Gwen Conliffe, who runs an antique shop. As an excuse to talk to her, he purchases a walking stick decorated with a silver wolf's head, and Gwen tells him that it represents a werewolf, which she defines as a man who changes into a wolf at certain times of the year. Various villagers recite a poem whenever the subject of werewolves comes up. Even a man who is pure in heart and says his prayers by night may become a wolf when the wolfsbane blooms and the autumn moon is bright. Later at night, Larry attempts to rescue Gwen's friend, Jenny, from what he believes to be a sudden wolf attack. He kills the beast with his new walking stick, but is bitten on the chest in the process. A Romani fortune teller named Maleva reveals to Larry that the animal which bit him was actually her son Bela, in the form of a wolf. She also reveals that Larry will transform into one as well, since he who is bitten by a werewolf and lives will turn into one himself. From her, Larry learns that silver is the only thing that can kill a werewolf. Alright, well, it's a little early, but I'm going to the final ending. You know procedure, 5 seconds. If you've seen the movie, continue on. Here we go. Okay, you've been warned. It's a little early, but this is all my source has to tell you. Oh, has got for you. Just like Maleva warned, Larry transforms into a werewolf on the following full moon and kills several villagers. He returns to normal the next morning initially, with no memory of his rampage. But the recollection of his crimes gradually returns to him, leaving him horrified and racked with guilt. The night of the next full moon, he begs his father to restrain him to prevent him from hurting anyone else. Nevertheless, he becomes a werewolf once again, breaks free of his restraints, and attacks Gwen. Seeing that his son is doomed to become a werewolf and kill innocent people as long as he lives, Sir John reluctantly puts Larry out of his misery by bludgeoning him over the head with his own silver-headed cane. The movie ends with Sir John and Gwen watching in horror as the dead werewolf transforms into Larry's human corpse. End of story. Sorry for a moment of silence, people. So what did I think of The Wolfman? Well, I had seen bits and pieces of this movie. I know most notably I saw a clip in Beethoven. That's what got me think of giving this movie a try one day, and then I encountered it. I watched it on TV before, and I recently got it on the 6-film Universal Classic Monsters collection. Now, and this film has become a pretty big flick and what have you. I agree that Lon Chaney Jr. gives an absolutely amazing performance, and the story is really good too. It's one of the finest horror films ever made long ago, according to legendary author and film critic Leonard Maltin. And he praised the film's makeup effects, the atmospheric music, and Chaney's performance. The music done by Hans J. Salter, Frank Skinner, and Charles Previn was really something. Mhm. I will say it's pretty good. After the film was a success, Lon Chaney Jr. would reprise his role as the Wolfman in 4 sequels, beginning with Frankenstein Meets the Wolfman, which came out 2 years later. The film came out in December in 1941 and went on to do pretty well. It has been put on physical media in various forms on Blue, and of course more recently on Blu-ray as part of the Universal Classic Monsters Complete 30 Film Collection. Yes. So anyway, yeah. Like I said, I've never seen many of the other Wolfman features, but if I happen to encounter them, though, I will certainly look into more of these. I know Peacock's got them. I'll try and watch them as long as they're still there. I know said I would watch some of my other scary movies, but I may just turn some of them down just to watch these and a few others. So you don't have to hate me for that. I'm just trying to do what I want to do. After all, some of those films will keep, you know. But anyway, I really liked everybody in this. Claude Rains plays Sir Talbot, very good. Warren William played Dr. Lloyd, he did well. Ralph Bellamy played Colonel Paul Montford, excuse me. Evelyn Ankers as Gwen was really good. Faye Helm as Jenny. Let's see. Bela Lugosi as Bella. Patric Knowles as Frank Andrews. And Maria Ouspenskaya. Again, I apologize for mispronouncing it if I did. As Maleva, the Brahmani fortune teller. The cast is absolutely good. Again, the story's great, the music's great. That's all I can tell you. So in the end, would I recommend The Wolfman from 1941? The answer is hell yeah. Now, I do know there was a remake that came out in 2010, I believe. I haven't seen it yet. I do believe that's on Peacock as well. I don't know if I'll look into it, but well, you never can tell. But anyway, The Wolfman is definitely a great Universal monster classic. So that's one flick you need to check out. You won't be disappointed with. So let me know what your thoughts are on The Wolfman. What do you think of this film? You can tell me in the comments section below. If you like this video, click the like button below, subscribe to my channel, and be a part of the Big D Nation. Join me next time when I bring to you a review of another Universal monster flick. Well, it's not factually one of the Universal monster flicks, you know, but it is the first film to feature that other spooktacular family from TV themselves, the Munsters, as I bring to you Munster Go Home. I'll be reviewing that, and then later on after that will be a review of R.L. Stine's The Haunting Hour. Don't think about it. Also, if you want to know, I have decided to do a new Halloween ranking, which I'll do before I do the Halloween re-review on Friday. So just thought you all know that. But anyway, thank you for watching, and if you like this, you may want to consider checking out these other Universal Monster Classics. In the upper left-hand corner is my review of Dracula. The upper right-hand corner is my review of Frankenstein. Or if you'd like, go to the bottom left-hand corner and see my review of a film that recently celebrated its 40th anniversary a few months back, and that would be An American Werewolf in London from 1981. And the bottom right-hand corner is the button you can click to subscribe. If you like rankings and reviews on movies, TV, music, video games, etc., then I'm your guy. Thank you for watching. Until next time, I'm the Big D saying, see ya.